class. So today we have an interesting topic to discuss and it's going to take a couple of minutes. So let's get started. So the first topic that we're going to do today is called types of numbers. Every single time we have a confusion. What is the confusion? The confusion is about how many exactly types of numbers are there. So on your screen, there are a full-fledged sheet. So in that sheet, you can see that there is a natural number, there is a whole number, there is integer, there is a rational number, there is an irrational number, there is a real number, and soon you will learn as well about the complex numbers. So without getting confused, let's try to understand one by one that what are exactly these types of numbers so that it will be easy for us to do the questions. So let's get started. So the first type of thing that you need to remember is called whole numbers / natural numbers. Now, what exactly is a whole number? Whole numbers are those numbers which starts from 0. That means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and all the way up to infinity. Now, what exactly is an infinity? So infinity is a term that we used for uncountable, for the thing that is gonna keep go on and on and on and on and it's not gonna stop. So whole numbers are those numbers which starts from 0. That means 0, 1, 2, 3 and up to all the way infinity. Now similarly, if I talk about the natural numbers are the numbers which exclude the 0 and they starts from 1, 2, 3 and again all the way to infinity. That means in a simple terms we need to understand two things. First, natural number starts from 1 and whole number starts from 0. So technically we can say that the natural numbers are a part of a whole number, but just because it's a 0 they separate it out. Now since we are learning about the natural numbers and whole numbers, there is a further category also which I want you to memorize it. So the first thing is called your prime numbers. Now this is very confusing, but it's very easy. Prime numbers are those numbers which have only two factors. First is 1 and second is itself. That means if I take the consideration of number 1, it is not a prime number. That means 1 is having a factor of 1 and 1 is a factor of itself as well. So technically it's only one number, but according to the definition there is supposed to be 2. So hence 2 is not a prime number. 1 is not a prime number. And if I talk about the 2, so 2 is a number which has a factor 1 and itself. That means it has two factors. Hence, it is a prime number. If I talk about the 3, 1 and 3, correct, it is a prime number. But if I talk about the 4, the factors of 4 is 1, 2 and 4. Wait, it is more than two numbers. So in this case, these numbers are called composite numbers. They are opposite of prime numbers. So prime numbers are the numbers which have only two factors such as 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 11. So these are prime numbers. And if I talk about the composite numbers, there are 2, 4. 2 is a prime number. 4 is a composite number. 6 is a composite number. 8 is a composite number. And up to infinity. So I hope you have understood the concept of natural numbers, whole numbers, prime numbers and composite numbers very nicely. Now let's move ahead. Now this is easy peasy. Now this is called integers. Now what exactly are the integers? So integers you can say are the numbers which is the combination of whole numbers, natural numbers, and apart from that they are also the combination of negative numbers. So in this slide you can actually see the picture in a much clearer way. So integers are those numbers which have negative numbers as well and the positive numbers as well. And apart from that they also includes the whole number because it starts from 0. It also includes a natural number, that means it starts with 1. So that's the integers for you. And after the integer, we have the last classification that is called rational number and irrational number. Rational numbers are those numbers which can be written in the form of P by Q. That means 7 by 8, 1 by 3, 0.21 bar, 0.97, they are called rational numbers. And irrational numbers are numbers which cannot be written in the form of p by q. For an example, pi. Interesting fact. Pi can also be written as 3.14 or 22 by 7. But kids, do you know that it's just not 3.14? It is 3.1464 and keep going on and on and on and on and on and on and on. So that means technically you cannot write it up in fractions, and hence it's an irrational number. Now, one more thing. In the picture, you can see that there are some numbers which have a bar in it. Now, the question arises, what is the meaning of bar? So there is a further two classifications and which has further more classifications. So let's try to understand what exactly it is. So let's, for an example, you have a question and you solve the question and you got the answer like 2.635. And you solve another question in which you got the answer like 6.33333333, and it's not going to stop. And again you solve the question in which you got the answer like so. Now, when you're going to solve the question in the first case, you got the answer as 2.635. That means the answer stopped here. It is called terminating numbers. Terminating decimal numbers are those numbers which terminate after certain time. 2.63, 2.5, 8.2, these are all terminating numbers. Non-terminating numbers are those numbers which do not terminate. They goes on and on and on and on and on. Now the numbers which have a fixed pattern, like 2.633333333333, they are called non-recurring numbers. That means they repeat the patterns. So that means in this case they will be called the recurring numbers because they have a certain pattern like 2.63333 or maybe 2.6262626262. They are called recurring numbers. And non-recurring numbers are those numbers which do not have some pattern or certain pattern, but they keep on going like 2.1234567846943436782 and goes on and on and on. So terminating numbers are those numbers which stop after some time, and non-terminating numbers are those which keeps go on and on and on after some time. So here is a table for your understanding. So terminating, which stop after some time, and non-terminating, which goes on and on and on. In case of repeating, they have a pattern. In case of non-repeating, they do not have a pattern. So these are some certain types of numbers that we should be understanding. Now finally, in the case of revision, we need to understand this picture. Now I think this picture doesn't bother you. So we have natural number which starts from 1, we have whole number which starts from 0, integer which is a combination of whole number, natural number, okay, and rational numbers which is written in the form of p by q, and we have irrational number like so. And I know now you will be also understanding what is the meaning of this part, the terminating and the non-terminating. Now when you're going to grow up, you will be learning about the complex number as well. So for that, we will be waiting. So thank you so much. If you have any questions, any queries, please comment down and we will be solving up in the next class. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.
Please like, comment and subscribe our channel. Thank you.